Payday, payday, you want payday, I know that. You want payday, I know that.
Hey, no, guys. Hey, Max, everybody's punching Canelo. Tim Bradley says that Canelo Alvarez is going to mop up Gennadiy Ggg Golovkin. In this video, that's what I'm going to talk about. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. This is what y'all been waiting for. Tim Bradley, in a recent interview, says, and I quote, Canelo, he's gonna mop up Golovkin. I thought Golovkin looked terrible at the beginning of the Murata fight, then closed strong at the end, which is good. It showed that he has great conditioning. He's still able to fight. He still has some power, yeah, punch placement, and I saw some good lateral movement from him. But Canelo is on another level, man, for Golovkin. Going to 168, that's gonna slow Golovkin down. I think that's honestly going to slow him down. It's a different animal with Canelo Alvarez. It's Golovkin's first fight at 168 pounds. Canelo has fought at that weight and 175. Come on, dog. So I see Canelo beating him and stopping him late. You saw it early on in his fight with Murata. Murata was going down to the body and pushing Golovkin back. That's what Canelo's going to do. He's going to press forward against Golovkin. He's a little more slipperier than, a lot more slipperier than Murata, and he's going to be landing the kill shots over the top, right hands, left hooks, whatever. It's going to set him up. I think conditioning-wise, Canelo is at his peak right now. He's fighting at his peak. I see him stopping Golovkin, bro. And if he doesn't stop him, he's going to hurt him really badly in the later rounds for sure. End quote. Now, don't say I didn't warn you, kids. Not to toot my own horn, but we back. The great Ego Stradamus strikes again. You have a former fighter and boxer, professional commentator, and looky, wakey. What do we have here? He is literally saying almost verbatim the same talking points that I've been telling you on the channel. So I must be doing a thing or two right when you hear professional fighters, trainers, guys with, bold resumes and, just in the industry, and they're parroting everything that I've been telling you. I've told you guys, for anyone who would listen, that I'm not keen on Canelo versus Golovkin 3. And I know old media accused me of hating and saying like, oh, you're just hating on Golovkin and you're hating on Canelo. But why do you have Tim Bradley, who's literally echoing everything that I've said? Now, there's nothing in this quotation marks that I've read to you guys and written in my phone from Bradley that I disagree with. If you check my post-fight, full fight recap of Gennady, had no guys, big dramas, Max, his punch, right? You listen to that for a more in-depth look at that particular fight, Golovkin's last fight in Japan. Golovkin, he looks slow. Tim Bradley, actually, the thing I don't really agree with that Bradley said, he said he's seen some decent, good lateral movement from Golovkin. I thought Golovkin's legs looked trash. I thought in them early rounds, Golovkin was giving up way too many shots, especially to the body. He was getting drove back. Now, I have a saying in boxing, and it's pretty consistent. When a fighter is heralded or known for X, Y, and Z, like let's say having a granite chin, and then you see them and they're getting dropped by people that you really would imagine 5-10 years ago in their prime they wouldn't have been dropped by, that spells trouble. This is Golovkin right now. Golovkin, his chin is not like that was the problem because he didn't get dropped, so that's cool. But he's getting hurt frequently in recent fights. Like he was giving up unnecessary shots to Steve Rolls. He got hurt versus Sergey Deryevchenko. and again against Murata. And these aren't necessarily the best guys that he's ever fought. He fought David Lemieux and looked pretty flawless. I don't remember even giving David Lemieux really any rounds, and Lemieux at that time was a dangerous middleweight puncher. So to me, those days are gone. And you know, as much as some people want to relive the glory days like Al Bundy, when boxers show you that they're no longer the same, then you gotta, it's like the saying goes, when someone shows you who they are, you gotta believe them. And Father Time's undefeated, and Golovkin, I've told you guys everything Tim Bradley said, I've told you on my channel. Father Time's undefeated, and Golovkin's style is not indicative of longevity in the sport. He's no Floyd Mayweather. He's no Pernell Whitaker, Ike Corte, Bernard Hopkins, Juan Manuel Marquez. These guys are fundamentally sound and technical, with all of them have better overall skills and defense, and that has given them, you know, good victories or whatnot later in their career, where B-Hop can fight a young puncher like Kelly Pavlik. But Golovkin, since he's left Abel Sanchez, he's looked worse. Abel Sanchez, at least Abel Sanchez had him fighting what I believe to be his true style of fight, right? Him and Jonathan Banks, you know, no shade to him. I don't know if that's the perfect fit, because the Golovkin I'm seeing under the tutelage of Jonathan Banks, he doesn't look like the same fighter. He's kind of gotten away. It's like he's trying to be a fighter he's not. Against Canelo, that's going to spell trouble for sure. Like I said, Canelo has, if he beats Bivol, he'll be full of confidence. He's favored to beat Bivol, and that'll be his second fight at 175. And he has several fights at 164.5, 168. At this point, he'll have 2 fights at 175. It's a wrap for Golovkin. All those people are so hung up with the controversies from the first fight. Canelo planned it like this. Eddie Reynoso planned it like this. They waited him out. They aged him out. And if they fight again, they'll be successful, because I really don't see a way for Golovkin to win. Because to win, he couldn't win the first 2 fights, like on paper. I'm not talking about what the fans feel. I'm talking about on paper. So you couldn't win the first fights. One was scored a draw, and one was scored in favor of Canelo. And I'm not talking about public opinion, because some people had Golovkin winning one or both of the fights. I'm talking about what happened, for impressing the judges enough to win in the physical. Like, I go check your box rec. So that being said, if you couldn't beat him 2-3 years ago or whatever, 2016, 17, 19, whatever year it was, you couldn't convincingly beat him. And how are you going to do it now when you look worse and he looks better? Period. Simple mathematics, mathematicas, you know, very simple concept that I'm giving you guys. He doesn't look the same. He's not taking punches the same. Canelo has acclimated to higher weights. So much has changed. That is the story of this fight. Don't want to see it. And, you know, if you care about Golovkin, or, you know, Tom Loeffler or somebody, they should really advise him off of this, because, again, everyone's hung up on the fact that Golovkin had the controversy and the controversial outcomes with Canelo. But guess what? You weren't in the driver's seat. You weren't the A side. And Canelo's waiting until you've gotten categorically worse. You know, it is what it is. If you care about Golovkin, I don't see how you would be pushing for the fight. Too much has changed. Subscribe to the channel. I'm the best in the business. In the last 30 days, 50% of you guys subscribed to my channel that watch the content. The other 50%, you have not. You can fix it right now by subscribing. Some people think they're subscribing, they're really not. So make sure you check, subscribe to the channel for the hotness, boxing news. You know, I give it to you 24/7, all access, your access to Granted. I give it to you how you want. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Do you agree with Tim Bradley and myself? Is Golovkin, you know, gonna get mopped up if he fights Canelo again? Drop that in the comment section. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego, signing off. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s Link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.